Yo, what's up people? It's me, Alan Shock, bringing you people some more content. So for today's video, I will be making a video on over 1000 trophy gameplay for B. Now, B is an amazing brawler for Showdown. Lots of people get her to rank 35 in Showdown. It's a really good game mode for her, and I will be showing some replays. I'll just be discussing on what makes her so good in this game mode, and what are her weaknesses, and how I'm getting so many wins. Because with getting from 750 to 1k, I've gone around about 20 solo wins, which is amazing, not only to build up your trophies and also your profiles. So it's really good, and also it's really easy with a very low skill cap required. Now, her number one weakness is definitely the robo modifier, but a way she has to counter that is the slowness with her super. So she can definitely escape from it if it goes for her, because she can slow it down and then run away. And then if there's someone like a Pam, which can't stop it from running away, because it'll just constantly chase her. Or if she has a turret, then you can run away and it'll go to her. So that's a very good use. And also you can slow down brawls. If you're both running away from the robo, you can slow down brawlers so you'll have the advantage and you can actually run away. So that's really useful. Also, you want Honeycoat, which is her second star power, which allows her to have a shield once she gets down to 1 HP. Instead of her dying, she'll get a half a second shield, and she won't take any damage. Now, you may think that's quite useless. That's actually really useful. That it's such a good gadget. It's such a good star power, because it allows you from Leon's going invisible or Mortis's doing attacking you, just constantly attacking you. It's really useful in that aspect. And another thing is, you want to try and you want to be familiar with up here. Like when I firstly got my, what was it, Leon? Yeah, it was Leon. When I firstly got Leon above 800, every single game I was so scared. I didn't want to lose trophies, and I slowly got comfortable there, and then I grinded more brawls, and now I've gotten over 10 brawls there. I could get 20 if I tried, but I really do not care. And also, then once you get above 900 once or twice, you'll get a little bit more comfortable. And same goes to 1000. I'm still trying to get comfortable with 1000, but then once you get 3 rank 35s, you start to get a bit more comfortable with it, and you start to get a bit better and it starts to become a bit easier. It's just the first times, because you need practice on what to do, because some teamers may be new. You may be like, wow, look at all these teamers. But for me, I'm like, okay, well, this is usual, and I know what to do. This is normal. I know what to do in order to counter them, and I know how to play my cards correctly, and that's how you get really high trophies. Also, another thing is, you lose time trophies and you gain very little trophies. So whatever you do, you must make sure you cannot be bothered. If you're grinding here and there's something you need to do, and you think I might need to do it in a few minutes, do not play up here. Not only matchmaking takes around about 10 minutes per match, which, yes, it's actually a long time. Don't just sit there looking at the ground. Actually try to do something in the meanwhile, whether it's, I don't know, doing something in real life, or just, I don't know, whatever you want to do, because it takes a long time up here. Also, up here, B's really good, because she's really good at backstabbing and also getting kills originally. She's great against Primos, Bulls, Shellys, things like that you can slow down. Well, brawls like that you can slow down. Not so much Rosa, since Rosa is a sniper. She can attack from one side of the map to the other, so she kind of struggles against Rosa, so that's a bit unfortunate. But Bull, she's really good against. Well, Primo, those are really good. And Piper, I would say, if you're gonna verse a Piper, the Piper can't really measure how good you are. So what you need to do is, you want to get your charge shot and don't use it. If you have that charge shot and you have at least 1 power cube and they have 0, you one-shot them. No, sorry, I'm pretty sure you one-shot them. Don't take that officially, but I'm 90% sure they one-shot them. If not, then they'll have 10 HP remaining. Very little HP. So they can't really risk it. And if they don't know these numbers, they just know, well, he has a power cube and I don't, then you can one-shot them. So just save the charge B shot and they'll run away, because if you get at least 1, it's not worth their risk. Because if they get hit, they will either die or be on the verge to dying. There'll be 1 hit and people will get attracted to kill them, and it will just be a complete nightmare. So normally, if it's a smart player, they won't risk it. But if it's a dumb player, you're going to win either way, because, well, they're dumb. So Piper is really, really good to verse, and be aware, you kind of need to actually hit your shots. Don't just auto-aim because you're most likely not going to hit them. And her super isn't that useful because most likely you're doing a very far-range fight. If not, then the Piper won't really want to go for you. And you just want to make sure that... You just want to make sure that you can... that you can counter teamers. So I would watch a few videos on how to counter teamers, how to deal with teamers, because there are teamers left, right, and center. You're gonna have to deal with it. It's a thing up here. If you refuse to spin, well, you're gonna lose trophies. So spin. Here I make a really, really bad mistake, and I don't go far enough into the zone, so I lost. Well, I got third, which is +3, which is really, really good either way. You may think, wow, that's terrible, but that's actually really good because if you get 10th, you lose 13. If you get first, you lose 6. So you need 2 firsts and a 4th just to make up for it. And 13 trophies, that's a lot. That's not easy to get. You can be the best player in the world. That's still going to take you at least not an hour, at least 30 minutes. Because the matchmaking, on average, takes a very, very long time, around about 10 minutes, like I said. And also, you want to pick your fights correctly. Think about Piper is... It's kind of like Mortis, where... If the brawler you verse, if you counter it, it's an easy win. For example, with Mortis, if you have Coiled Snake and there's a Piper, well, you're going to pretty much be guaranteed to kill them. But if you're versing a Shelly with Super, you're pretty much guaranteed not to kill them. Kind of goes the same with B, depending on who the brawler is. For example, if it's Daryl, you're kind of guaranteed not to kill them. But if it's like a Dynamite, Barley, 8-Bit, Ems, Shelly, El Primo, you get the idea. Brawls that you can juke their shots and take no damage, or you can just keep your distance. The thing about Daryl is you can't keep your distance because if you're hiding behind a river, he'll roll over it. If you're hiding behind a wall, he can bounce from wall to wall. So you want to keep your distance from Daryl. That's definitely a big thing. So also another thing that makes B really strong for solos is if you get that charged shot, you can keep it on you. Now, it's very risky because you could walk into a bush with a bull and that bull could be like, okay, where's this guy's charged shot? He may not want to use it just for a bush that most likely no one's in. That's why you need to thoroughly check bushes, and I would not keep your charged shot, but if you want to, you can, and you can be really, really threatening with it. Also, flashing your super is a big priority. If you flash your super, someone is instantly threatened, and if you flash your super, you have an energy drink, you're basically saying, hey dude, back away or you're dead. And if you flash your super with a charged shot, they're pretty much going to die. Well, not they're pretty much going to die, but they're pretty much going to be so threatened that they're going to run away. It's just so easy up here. And here, this B makes a really silly mistake and misses their shots. So that 8 power cube B just almost died to a 1 power cube B. So now I come in, clean up, pick it all up, easy. Here, very, very easy win here. I wouldn't stuff it up, right? Yeah, I wouldn't. So yeah, it's... You want to make sure that you can... know your opponents, and you need to make sure that you can win, because if you have success with using B, you're just gonna go out the window with trophies. It's not really gonna be randomized on who you verse because you'll know who to verse. So if there's 3 El Primos and a Pam in the lobby, well, you're gonna go for those 3 El Primos. But if there's 1 Primo and 3 Pams, well, you team up with the Pams. If they don't want to team, cool, keep your distance and kill the Primo. So problem with Mortis is if the whole lobby is just Shelly, well, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose because everybody counters you. The thing about B is there's always going to be a counter in the lobby. There will always be a counter. Even if it's a Shelly, even if it's the counter of B, you can still kill them. Nobody 100% counters B. And Honeycomb only makes that better because if you can hit all your shots, the first star power is absolutely useless, which if you're not aware, if you shoot and then you miss a shot with the charged B shot, it actually gives it to you back once. Now, when I say once, I'm not saying once per game. I'm saying you miss a shot with a charged B. If you have a charged B shot, you miss it, you get again, then you miss it, it's gone forever. Boo-hoo-hoo. But yeah, it goes every single time. Which, it's just not a good star power if you hit your shots. So it's not that hard, just hit your shots. Which you may think, wow, you're making that sound really easy considering she's a sniper. Yeah, well, just master her and it'll be really, really easy. All you need to do is just master the brawler and you'll be great. You'll do good. It's just like... you just need practice. That's all. You shouldn't really need these things that let you take shortcuts from refusing to take practice when you can just practice the brawler, because then you're sacrificing another ability. For example, if you use her first star power, because you don't have any practice, you're using that so you can deal more damage, but at the same time, it doesn't actually give you a benefit if you are great at her. That's why almost nobody uses it high up, because they've all mastered the brawler that they're currently using. So that's why it's such a rare star power to find people using, because it's just such a silly move to make. And here, I get really easy win killing that Jean. Just such an easy win. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I have some really, really crazy gameplay. If any of this... Actually, nah, we'll show another replay. Yeah, we'll show another replay. I guess we can. It's just... It's so chaotic up here. And it's really, really scary. You just need to... Actually, we won't show another replay because a lot of them are losses. But if you want to look at the battle log, here's the battle log. I got a few 5th place, where the 5th place gives you -1, but that's at 900. 1k gives it, you lose 2, so that's unfortunate. I got a rank 9, that's 10, that's unfortunate. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video.